There we go. What is up, everybody? My name is Blackbird. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. Welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Part 14? Part 14. Wow, we have been doing this for a while. Without further ado, let's hop right into it, shall we? Let me just preemptively do some things. Okay. None of my bots seem to be there. They are. There they are. There we go. Okay. But yeah, what is up, everybody? This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Okay, I'm on. What? What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Oh, right, I remember now. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum. Why can't I say Edgeworth? I'm adding an S that I shouldn't be adding. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope on Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe? Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just bought it in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on. Don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness is not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Witness's testimony. Why I left court. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I'd got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't get one. I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. I'm really sorry about yesterday. For leaving yesterday like I did, press. I call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness is not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Then why did you leave? To get the food for Polly. He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, I sure would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. Gourmand? Gourmand? She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. The only way they only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I'd got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep. Seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with the incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim that he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on? That old codger... going on in that old codger's head. Ooh. That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I wonder... one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over now. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past of lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness name. It's Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi, that name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. I figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does that mean? Oh, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more, the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What, no fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked as at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But I can't let it end. Not like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify there is no one who can testify to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Oop. Oh, thanks for the tap, TTV Motor City. I appreciate that. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? Oh, on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Well, this took a turn. Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate then, please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little gamble? Or game? Yeah, sure, why not? Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Oh, this is gonna hurt. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Hello, hello, what? Certainly the most concise testimony we've heard so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Can I press the bird? Hello, hello. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago... Polly, have we forgotten something? What? Don't forget, the L6! What? If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with the L6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello, what? That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. We forgot. Hello, hello, what? Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retained the parrot, could he? Or retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Hello, hello, what? Witness, you're here to speak. Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to a parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Hello, what?
With this, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? What's your name? What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name?
Polly, what?
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Ha. Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us the proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the questions of who is the caretaker. Not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, proof that the parrot's name... photograph the scene, no. File on DL6 incident. Location, scene, Gregory Eichworth, twice. Court bailiff trapped in elevator with Eichworth, there we go! The DL6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where is this file information contacted to the parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone it's a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. We can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, with this, you may continue.
Hello, what?
Press. What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what's the number to the safe in the shack?
1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that the number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What would possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? DL6 file. 1228 case summary. Boom. The DL6 file? File is something relating to that number. Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th? Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. That's not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 001 because I am number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker to the boat shop. Immediately. I'm sorry, I'm losing the judge's accent again. Or the judge's voice, rather. Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No. No. It's okay. Hello, Poppet. Hello, how are we doing today? We're just doing some Phoenix, right? I've accomplished what I've wanted to do. I'm done. I feel like he's gonna lose the typical old man voice now. I'm doing pretty well, thanks. How are you today? Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Okay. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. I'm glad you're doing good, Poppet. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Welcome in, Dano! Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is... innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
I'm sorry, what? Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do? Is an objection? The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for the DL6 statute of I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Oh, damn. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant is declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Ugh. It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We try this man for a crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take 5 minutes recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it, in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe you're a nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here, in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Now, then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, mistakenly, you killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please, please. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell on my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please? Yes, Your Honor. The day I got into the courtroom with my father's trials, press... What was the trial your father was involved with on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Von Karma, you were heading the case? It was 15 years ago, I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out a problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. Trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yana Yogi. We were fine at first. But then, as time passed, no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Oh wait. And began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in a corner. But then... Just then, something heavy fell on my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yana Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from the holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? No problem at all, Poppet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. Then the gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. The gunshot and the horrible scream. Scream? To this day. Yes, There, that's it. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I better find out quick. Where do I poke the hole? Fuck. Let's leave. My father said just pose your ideas. Wait. Press this? Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I still have a metal detector. Can I use the metal detector somehow? Why do I still have the metal detector? Through Mr. Yogi wanted to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. Oh, wait. Ah, wait. I have an idea. Okay, the screen. Ah, wait. Wait, I have an idea. Present the court date. Hold on, let me confirm a thought. Case summary depleted and no clues found at the scene. Why were there no gunshots at the scene if there was no clues found? Okay, right there. Okay, victim data, Gregory Edgeworth, defense attorney, trapped in the elevator. Coming from a trial with son, Miles Edgeworth 9, one bullet found in his heart. The murder weapon was fired twice! There we go! Boom! Contradiction. Present. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the resources... and empty casings on the floor as well. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this case file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? It was under victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shots? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we've heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was fired? The other shot fired? Yes! Ooh, I think I do. Now, Mr. Von Collis, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Miss Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have the evidence of the second firing of the pistol? Where is the photo? There! I'm pointing, but my camera's not on. Right there at the top, the window. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see the victim lying there, Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. And right there, that big old bullet hole in the window. Boop. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember, the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out? In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's page 1. Look what's written there. Not a single clue was found at the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. That made that bullet hole in the door. You mean like a bullet? Order, order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who... Hold on. Hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. He was going... The bailiff and the father and Edgeworth were in the elevator. But the prosecuting attorney at the time... Holy shit, was it Von Karma? Did Von Karma kill his dad? Von Karma killed his dad. I connected the dots. The dots have been connected. It was Von Karma. He was the only other person at the court that day. But now I was wrong to think that it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though it was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. Statute of limitation on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? Yes! Mr. Wright, I have an objection.
Objection!
Your Honor, I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick? I don't know. This case is perfect. Sorry, Bubby. Careful, kitty. Sorry, kitty on the tablet. Oh no. Hold on. Sorry, I was dealing with a kitty. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find this stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer had to find it. The murderer didn't need it. Ooh. Oofies. The murderer didn't have to. The murderer had to find it. The murderer didn't need it. The murderer didn't need it. The murderer didn't need it. The murderer got shot, therefore he didn't need it because he had it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it. It's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. Then the murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Because the murderer was shot! Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance? What? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? They're not impressed. Wait a second. I was just taking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So, at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it could work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator. Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi were both unharmed. So that would mean that the murderer came from outside, yes. The murderer did come from outside because it's Von Karma. Von Karma is the murderer. I solved the case. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you truly the most unexpected defense attorney I've ever known. Or unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you doing? Deny it! Deny it! Why are you so objective to it? No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember when Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yet, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he'd taken in many years of prosecuting. He was healing because he got shot! What if Von Karma didn't take a vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma! Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Yes, say it now! Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this certainly is interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Huh. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have need surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick. Let's find out who this doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? It's still in his shoulder! Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce the evidence? Prove that I was shot? Show evidence. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Where's the metal detector? Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Wouldn't that be lead poisoning? Well, there's one way to find out. We use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means... you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations run out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Oh, damn. Oh, dip. It reacted to something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Mr. Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. We do, though! That's because you took... We do, though! Found in the big... No, not that bullet. This bullet! A bullet from the DL6. We have bullet! With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. You see, I have proof. But what? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link the bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Bedoogles. That's... a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from the gun are marked with the weapon's unique patterns. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet that removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare it to the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? I don't think he's happy. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. Ow. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Ooh, juicy. Mr. Von Karma? Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death. Oh, he's not happy. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered you for the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. Was a shock like none had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black, the lights must have gone out. I went onto the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moment, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Damn. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator, that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears we have come to a very long way to an end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned. I'm sorry, what do you mean, that is all? The murderer, confession, arresting, Von Karma, do it. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending not to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you. Right. You're welcome. I think you could have done this better than that. Ugh, sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Woo!
Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! The most unenthusiastic whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. He'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Sorry. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. What are you... speaking of which, what are you doing now? What are you doing now, Lotta? Sorry, I didn't read the character name first. Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. What? Why sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world. Huh? You don't look sick. I cannot pronounce her freaking name. She's gone. To live in Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. She should have seen that coming. No, should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, what are you? There you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight too, Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick.
That's the suit to question me. When he says treat, not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not the strange people. Yeah, well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's... I'm sorry, what? Oh, $38. Wait. Is that $38 or 3,800? Huh? What a weird amount. Oh! Oh, I understand. It's $38. The decimal threw me. Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you surprised about? What are you surprised about, Wright? Huh? Larry was absent today from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and then the rest is history. I was never good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? You didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right. You may not notice, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth. You should have told me! Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out on Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you! Man, if I only had known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch? Want to switch, right? Want to switch, right? Hey y'all, line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go!
And after that, dinner on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us out into town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whoa. I went a little... I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5 o'clock? Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Hold on. Excuse me! I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aww. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah, the first train for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And? I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Aww. Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard Maya's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end, when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped me, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the only one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya something. So, evidence to cure her up. The bullet. She discovered the bullet.
Take that!
A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. You were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run the office by yourself. You're hopeless. I didn't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Aw, sweet. Thanks, Nick. Aww. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. The same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! don't think you've graduated yet, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Sorry, what? Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this. Aww. That's a sweet ending. Aww, that was so cute, though.
Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise.
Whoop, Detective Gumshoe. Oh my gosh.
Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something.
Oh, it was so cute.
Huh? Nick? Nah.
Haven't seen him lately. Who, me?
I've been working a cheese shop.
That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call... You're going too fast, Larry! Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. I hear he's been busy lately. You are going too fast for me to read.
I'm sure he's grateful.
I forget how Payne's voice sounds. Phoenix, right? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote the affidavit for. Manager of the agreement recently, should be in the area, please stop by. Okay. Phoenix Rat, yes, my son, sir. I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Dano, it's not over. We still have 2 more games. That's the first one done, and I think we have a bonus case. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a bonus case in each one. I may be mistaken, though. Yeah, like, okay, so I'm not sure we're 100% done with this one. I think, if I remember correctly, if you, like, 100%ed the, cases and you did them all right, you do get a bonus case. So next Sunday, we might do a bonus case. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna remember every voice I did. That's a oopsie on my end. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to remember every freaking voice. Yeah, I remember, right? Laura guy. Okay. Aw, that's a cute freaking. Oh, and Mia appears in the photo. That's adorable. Hold it. Yeah, we have one more episode of the first game. That was such a cute conclusion, though. That was adorable. Okay. Okay, we're gonna save. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna save our progress, and we're gonna raid out. Raid. But that was such a wholesome and cute ending, though. Okay, so we're saving our progress. Next Sunday, we're gonna do the bonus episode, Rise from Ashes. And then the Sunday after that, we're gonna go into the second game in the trilogy. Which I believe is Ace Attorney. I'm gonna have to get the name. But it was such an adorable ending. Okay, so massive thank you to each and every one of you who showed up here live today. I appreciate you all so much. Let's see who is live. Let's have a quick check. Unless somebody in the audience or somebody out in viewer land has somebody that they would like me to raid, I'm just gonna refresh my... Ooh, you have one viewer, you have one viewer, you have 9. I'm gonna raid you. Creator dashboard. We're gonna raid a homie who only has one viewer. So we raid... Where? There we go. Okay. Massive thanks to each and every one of you who showed up here live today. I appreciate you all so much. We're going to raid out to a homie of mine. He is currently on one viewer. He's playing Marvel Avengers. Tomorrow we are going to continue with Dragon Age Inquisition. Tuesday we're going to continue with Rise of the Tomb Raider. Wednesday we are... What are we doing Wednesday? Wednesday we're doing Jack 2 Renegade. We're continuing with that. Thursday we're continuing with Immortals Phoenix Rising. Rising, not Riding. Phoenix Rising. Friday we're going to go random. Saturday we have Crash Bandicoot 2 that we're going to continue. We're almost done with the Crash series too. After Friday I think we're only going to have like one more episode of Crash 2 and it's going to lead right into Crash 3. And next Sunday we're going to do the bonus episode Rise from Ashes from Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And then the Sunday after that, we're going to go into the second game. I enjoy the Ace Attorney games because it gives me a chance to like flex my voice acting muscles. But until next time, I've been Blackbird. This has been Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Please stick around until the end of the raid. It means so much to me and the person I'm raiding out to. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.